The temperature, winds gusting up to 35 miles an hour. And we'll see as the afternoon progresses what kind of an effect that will have. Butler looking away from Brown to Redden. Floats down at the 5, and Redden brings it out from there to about the 18. Cliff Thrift down to make the tackle. On the Bears. This time is where
Buddy Ryan has a new wrinkle, and that is to put Tyrone Keys in on passing down. They have their full
direction. Carried away by Tyrone Keys. That was part of their package. That was part of the scheme. He's 6'8", and he batted it down.
Ahead 17-0, the stage was set for one final magic moment.
And now the winner that everybody talked about.
I wonder if they're
finally arrived.
Maybe they're cheering for the snow.
The best thing about that day was the last fumble.
Third down, 11 yards to go for Dieter Brock and company. Brock back to pass, the rush on to and hammered down. Look at the ball. Picked up by Wilbur Marshall. Marshall running across the goal. Go. 30, 20. Here's all the way. 15, 5, touchdown. And a goal. Oh, man. What a way to end. Oh. Wilbur Marshall has scored for the Chicago Bears.
I can still see it in slow motion when Wilbur Marshall picks up the ball. The Fridge is leading him down the field, and we all are just running with him.
Fridge ain't losing no ground now. He's right with him.
You can't write a script for this, just the way it all ended.
Not to get theatrical, but I mean, how better can you write a script here for crying out loud?
When the snow starts coming down and the fans went absolutely crazy.
The Bears were going to their first Super Bowl. Mike Ditka's thoughts turned to Papa Bear George Halas, the man who had hired him to get them there.
And I think right there, the old man was saying, that's the first time since '63.
And finally, a Super Bowl for the Chicago Bears. Walter Payton hugging Virginia and Ed McCaskey, and now linebacker Otis Wilson. Inside the Bear locker room with the owners of the Chicago Bears. She, of course, is a lovely daughter of the late George Halas, the founder, who was the coach of this team the last time they won a championship. And the Fridge, number 72, William Parrott. A team of destiny, according to Bud Grant, before this game started. And the former Minnesota Viking coach knew something there, because today they became the first playoff team in history to record back-to-back shutouts. First it was the Giants, and now it's the Rams. And our post-game activities will continue live from Soldier Field in Chicago.
We're getting ready for the trophy presentation. Of course, the winner of the National Football Conference receives a George S. Halas trophy, and of course we have the owners of the Bears, Mr. and Mrs. McCaskey here.
Are we on?
We're on. We're on to make the presentation.
Forgive me, I'm punchy. As I understand it, this is the George Halas Trophy. Virginia's here to present it to the owners. Virginia?
No, it isn't.
You have it?
First of all, I want to thank all the coaches, the Chicago Bear coaches, and the Chicago Bear players. I'd hate to think that I had to do this over in the other side of the locker room area. I'd also like to thank the Chicago Bear fans here in Soldier Field and in Chicago and everywhere for all the love and support that they've shown to us during this year and especially today. This trophy was established by the National League owners in March of 1984. And last year, the 49ers won it, but there wasn't a ceremony like this. The trophy wasn't ready for presentation. So this year, we have it right here in Chicago.
Well, Mrs. McCaskey, of course, Virginia McCaskey is George Halas's daughter. Congratulations to you, but you're going to make your presentation, of course, to the president of the Chicago Bears.
Yes, I am. I just want to mention first that a lot of people have said to me this week, or this year, isn't it too bad your dad wasn't here to see this? Well, I think he's been with us the whole season, and I think he's here with us now, and he'll be with us always. And it's a special honor and privilege for me to present this trophy to Ed McCaskey, the chairman of the board, to Michael McCaskey, president of the Bears, and to our coach of the year and every year, Mike Ditka.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
This was earlier today in the Bear locker room as the Bears packed in preparation to go to New Orleans for the Super Bowl engagement with the Patriots. That's Tyrone Keys getting his gear together. We're just hard by the side of that locker room, and we're in the weight room.
Atlanta, bring on Dallas. This is for Mike and Papa Bear Halas.
When Super Bowl Sunday finally arrived, Mike Singletary thought about the coach who was leaving and the head coach who had made good on his promise.
And all I could think about was 3 years ago, this man walked in the room and said, if you just stand with me, if you just believe in me, we'll be at the dance in 3 years. And here we were.
I wanted the Bears to be the best. I wanted the Bears to have the best reputation. I wanted them to be the toughest, and I wanted to win the championship. And I told our team when I got there, I got good news and bad news. The good news is we're going to win a Super Bowl here. The bad news is a lot of you people aren't going to be here when we do it. And I didn't mean that to be cruel. I meant it to be factual.
One of the most dominant defenses ever saved its best for last.
To Grogan, the blitz is on, over the left side, he goes.
You know, we just took it at them, and we played Bear football today. You know, they tried to come out and do some things and intimidate us, but I think they learned that nobody intimidates the Chicago Bears.
What was going through your mind when the score started mounting?
Yeah, let's party. I was ready to go to Bourbon Street the third quarter, brother.
You got to talk about the spread, but you beat it by 3 times at least with the 46-10 victory.
Well, the thing that Buddy Ryan had expressed to us all week long, that they were exactly the same team that we played the second game of the year. We just let them do all the talking all week long, and we knew we had a good game plan, and we came out and performed real well.
So those boys are pretty well bruised up now.
I've had a couple friends that's been on losing teams, and they say it's no fun, and I'm just happy to be on a winning team.
Well, you know, it's more than a winning team, though, Henry. I mean, here's the chance that you all legitimately have of perhaps becoming the best team that ever played this game. And I'm sure that's one thing that keeps you hungry.
Well, I don't know. I think Tyrone would say the same thing. I want to be back here next year. This is a great feeling, isn't it, Ty? Oh, it's more definitely. Coach Ditka told us, he talked to us last night, and he told us we got a chance to become one of the best teams in the history of football.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest team in NFL history, the 1985 Chicago Bears. Now, I know that may get me into some trouble in some cities that I visit, but I believe it is the truth. Cynics might say that I'm only hosting the 85 Bears today because the Green Bay Packers were here a couple months ago, and I was not going to be outdone. But as it turns out, after this team won the Super Bowl, it never had a chance to celebrate here in the White House. The day after Super Bowl 20, 500,000 Chicagoans turned out in 25 below wind chill weather to welcome the champs back from New Orleans. But sadly, the day after that, we endured a national tragedy as the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded shortly after liftoff. And so the moment for the Bears to visit the White House was postponed and the years went by. But shortly after I took office, someone at the NFL realized, hey, there's a Bears fan living in the White House. And they called my staff and asked if we could make this happen. And so today I'm proud to say to the players, to the coaches, to the staff, the 1985 Bears, welcome to the White House for this well-deserved and long overdue recognition.
I think we were just a group of guys that came together at a point in time that really loved the game and really loved each other. We had so much passion for the game and so much pride in what we did.
In Week 11 in Dallas, the Bears played more passionately than ever. It was the student versus the teacher.
Tom Landry always understood that Coach Ditka respected him. We wanted to play as hard and as physical as we possibly could, but we wanted to do it with class.
I mean, they were America's team. It changed in a big way that day.
White backpedals underneath his crossbar, fires the right side of the ball, tipped in the air by Hampton, picked up by Dick, spin to the end zone, touchdown!
Cowboys were shut out for the first time in 15 years. It was the worst loss in franchise history.
And back to Phil Hogable, that's going to win. Hurry over the middle, intercepted by Richardson, 35-30 down the right side of the 20, 15, 10-5. Touchdown, Mike Richardson of the Chicago Bears.
Their offense could do nothing against our defense. Nothing. You know, I had to tell Buddy call off the dogs, but they have a right to have fun.
And Buddy just tell, hey, you know, you, I run the defense, get out of here.
The Bears did ease up, but by then it was too late. When it was over, the student was just as crushed as his teacher.
I never felt worse in my life when he came up and said, you guys are good. And you know, I said, Coach, I'm sorry. He said, you guys are good. That's all he said.
The Bears were division champions. At 11-0, they were undefeated, led by a defense that was unblockable.